Hey y'all, and welcome back to another vlog. Today is Thursday, I'm gonna check, May 7th. This weekend is Mother's Day. It's my first official / unofficial Mother's Day, I guess. It's weird, you know, because I mean technically I feel like I'm already a mama, right? There's a baby in my belly, so I don't know. It is really sad though, because this will be the first year of my entire life that I don't spend Mother's Day with my mom. So, you know, it is disappointing in that way, but gonna just make the best of this weekend. I am currently getting ready. I plan to film a video today of a pregnancy update, so I'm trying to, you know, look a little better than I normally do. And I figured I would chit chat with y'all for a little bit while I get, while I get ready. It has been a really rough last few days. By the way, we're in my bathroom. Look, I feel like I never come in here. I hate this bathroom with a deep fiery passion. That's probably what I hate the most about this house, aside from the backyard. I hate the backyard. I hate the backyard because there's basically no fence and they won't fix it. The landlord won't fix it. When we moved in, part of the reason why we wanted to get into a house, we knew we weren't ready to buy because Luis wanted to be 100% sure that we were going to be staying in San Antonio, for a long-term kind of thing. But we were sick of being in the apartment because obviously with Odin, it's just, it's rough. He needs a little bit more space. He's a big dog. So we knew we wanted to get into a house. We thought about buying, like I said, but it wasn't the right time. And we decided to rent this house. And the reason we chose this house is because it has, a pretty decent sized backyard. And whenever we moved in, it was fine. Well, what was it, maybe a month of us moving in, which we moved in here, I think in March of last year, so we've been here a little over a year. There was a really bad storm, blew through, and the fence, went kaput. Pretty much a big panel of the fence fell. So now we can see straight into our neighbor's yard and they can see straight into ours. It's kind of awkward. Last weekend when I was sitting in the pool, the people next door actually were having Luis and I were already out there, but obviously they had some kind of party planned because people came over to their house. I think it's just their family or something, and they were having a barbecue, and the guy literally went out of his way to scoot, because you have to scoot back into his yard in order to look into ours. But I swear they were making fun of me, or I'm sure they were just kind of laughing along because there's a grown-ass woman and oh, excuse me. Grown woman. Sorry. Sitting in a kid's pool, but whatever. It is what it is. But anyway, I hate the yard. And then I hate this bathroom because it just no matter how often or how well I clean the sink, and I don't know where, but there's every once in a while there's this aroma that comes out. I'm assuming from the pipes, so there must be something wrong with the pipes, and it just smells ugly. And it's not all the time. Right now I can't smell anything, thank God, but every once in a while I just get a little whiff of, it just smells like pipe, dirty pipe. I don't know how else to explain that. So it's really frustrating. But the landlord people, they don't care about anything basically. Like after the fence fell, we told them and they were like, oh yeah, we'll fix it. And that was a year ago. And from then until now, a whole other panel of the fence has fallen down and they just don't care. And at this point, like we like don't even say anything anymore because like right now I don't want anybody in here or even in our backyard, you know? So it just is what it is. But it's really frustrating. But anyway, I don't know how I got started on that. So we've had a pretty rough couple of days. I had like a total nervous breakdown, y'all. Like throughout this time, sorry, I'm like rummaging through my brushes. I can't find the brush I want, so just use this one. You know, with everything happening and things, like I have had, you know, several really bad moments, I would say, you know, where I just feel really overwhelmed and just like it's too much, you know, like I just get really overwhelmed. And Tuesday was one of those days, and I'm trying to like stay as positive as possible, and I know Luis is too, but I know that he's just so stressed. I think I mentioned recently that he's going through a lot of changes at work right now, which neither of us is happy about, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? What can you do? And because of those changes, our insurance is actually going to change. It's a whole new insurance. And on Tuesday I checked, and my current OB is not covered, or like isn't part of the new insurance like network. So I'm gonna have to find a new OB and like start all over with a new OB, and that just like freaked me out. Like I just got so stressed out about that. And I know it'll be okay, you know, everything I think will work out in the end and we'll be all right. And, you know, we're just doing our best here. But I did get really upset about it. And I got to the point, y'all, where Luis and I were just sitting down I'm gonna be like really open and honest right now. Luis and I were just sitting down having dinner, and like we had already finished eating, and so like in my mind I was like thinking like, okay, I'm gonna pack this for his lunch and leave this for me for leftovers, because that's what I usually do. Like after dinner I pack our lunch, or like his lunch, and then I just save the leftovers for me for the next day if there's enough for me as well. And if not, you know, I'm home so I can just make myself something. And he grabbed, it was a tortilla. He grabbed the tortilla from like the pile that I was like reserving for his lunch, and I like lost my mind. Like I was like, why are you eating that? Like, that's for your lunch. And like I like snapped at him for no reason, and then I just like started bawling. But I knew like I wasn't snapping at him because of the stupid tortilla, you know? I'm really overwhelmed, you know? And I feel like pregnancy is difficult enough when you're not pregnant, and or pregnancy is difficult enough when you're not pregnant. That made sense. Pregnancy is difficult enough, you know, when the world felt normal, and now that things are so different, I'm having a lot of trouble. Like there's days, like I said, where I'm totally fine, and you know, like everything is all right, but there's other days where I snap at Luis because he ate a tortilla. So you know, I don't know, it is what it is, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna finish getting ready. Just gonna put some mascara on and some lipstick, and my eyes are like pinkish. I know like the light is hard to tell, but I'm using this palette. This is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, and I love this palette because it has a lot of like kind of fun colors. You can see, like, you know, there's like some teals and some kind of burgundy colors, some golds, but there's also tons of neutrals. Like these are like browns and a lot of like pale colors over here. So I just feel like it's a perfect mix. I love this palette. Because I'm not one for like bright, like I like color, like obviously, but I'm not really one for bright colors, and I feel like this is perfect because even when I'm feeling like, ooh, like I want to do something like fun, like they're still really muted. I love this palette. Anyway, let me finish my face and I'll be back in a bit. All right, y'all, so makeup is done. I hope it looks decent on camera. It always looks like a little funky, I feel like. Especially because the lighting is so like yellow in my restroom that I feel like I come out and I'm like, oh, no girl, you didn't blend that properly. Also, my eyebrows just not cooperating. Like, look. I know they're not supposed to match. Like, you know, they say like your eyebrows are twins, not like, or sisters, not twins. But like, I feel like one of my eyebrows is always like, I don't know, the disgruntled uncle or something. Like, it is what it is. I'm gonna set up. I have my coffee, which is now cold. I'm gonna set up to film, and man, the lighting is weird. Do that, and I'll catch up with y'all in a little while. All right, y'all, so I just finished filming my pregnancy update. So that was 14, 15, and 16. Today is the last day that I'm 16. Tomorrow I'll be 17 weeks, which is crazy because that's like almost halfway. Oh my goodness gracious. That's kind of terrifying. But I'm gonna go edit this video now. Oh, gotta sneeze. No, I don't. Yes, I do. Oh. Oh. Man. Mold in my area has been awful, so I've been like... Also, I just read that apparently you get like more mucusy during pregnancy, which is like really frustrating, especially with what's going on. I know technically like runny nose and things aren't considered, you know, symptoms, but literally every time I cough, y'all, I go check my temperature. I'm absurd. Like, I'm just so paranoid. Anyway, I'm gonna go film this video. I was so excited, like filming. I feel like I talked about 8,000 million miles an hour, but we'll see right now. I'm gonna go edit it and hope it's not awful, and I'll be back with y'all in a bit. Hey y'all, and happy Friday. I was gonna say Saturday, but no, Luis is at work, so it's Friday. I'm gonna sit down. It's actually not morning anymore. It is a little past noon. So yesterday took a bit of a turn. I was totally fine. I mean, y'all saw me and I was happy and doing well and feeling great. And I sat in my office for a few hours. I was doing some work. I was designing and editing some videos. I edited that the pregnancy update, which you would have already seen a few days ago by the time this goes up. And right around 7, I started making dinner. Luis has been getting out of work at 7:30, so usually start dinner right around that time. And right at 7:30, Luis called me, and he usually calls me when he gets out of work, but he actually called me to tell me that he had to stay a little bit later, which I thought, oh, it was perfect because dinner was like gonna take longer than I had thought. I started feeling weird right around 7, like right when I started dinner, and I thought I'm probably just hungry. So I cut up a cucumber. I ate about half a cucumber, and I just kept feeling really weird, and my chest started hurting. I wasn't short of breath or anything, but my chest, like my whole top of my chest, like just started feeling like there was something either really cold or really hot, like pressing down on it. And I could feel my heart rate going up, and I got worried, and I got kind of freaked out by it. So I called Luis back like This was around 8 o'clock. Like I waited a little while because I thought, you know, I thought I was just hungry, so I had made myself a snack, and I thought, you know, I would feel fine. And at 8 o'clock, I called Luis and I told him, like, hey, you know what? I'm not feeling well. Can you come home? And he was like, okay, well, I'm almost done. Like, just stay on the phone with me. So we stayed on the phone and we were just kind of chit-chatting back and forth. And, you know, he's checking up on me. Are you okay? What do you feel? Like, I'll be right there. So he gets here. And when he got here, obviously he was checking up on me, concerned. And I told him, I want to go sit outside of the emergency room. I don't want to go in because I'm scared to go in, you know, with everything going on, like the virus and things. And he's like, well, if you want to go sit outside the emergency room, then you're definitely not feeling well. Are you sure? Like, you don't want to go in? I was like, I'm sure. So we drove to the hospital. We sat outside in the car in the emergency room for like 30 minutes, and I was just feeling the same or worse. Like, I just felt, I thought something was wrong with my heart. My heart rate kept shooting up, and then it would go back down, and then it was shooting up and then go back down. And I told him, you know what, like, let's just go home. I have to pee really bad, and I didn't want to go into the emergency room. And I was like, just drive me home. Like, I have to pee so bad. So we drove back home. I peed, and I kind of sat down. I, like, you know, waited a moment. I was like, okay, like, are you feeling better? Like, are you okay? And I wasn't feeling better. So we drove back out to the emergency room. We sat in the car a little bit longer. Again, I really didn't want to get down. I really didn't want to get down. I called, like, our insurance has like a nurse hotline, where it's like a doctor hotline where you can FaceTime with the doctor. And I told the doctor my symptoms, and she asked me a bunch of questions. And, you know, she said, I would recommend that you go into an emergency room. I think it's best that you get checked out, you know, especially with being pregnant. So we made the decision to go into the emergency room. Luis couldn't go in. I actually felt really safe in there. Everybody was wearing a mask. Everybody was, you know, like, there's nobody in there. I did not sit in the waiting room. Like, they took me in, they put me straight into a room. Like, it was everything they were using, like, even when they checked, like, my blood pressure, you know, like that cuff that they put on your arm, like, it was taken out of a plastic bag. Like, it wasn't like the one that they just have there. Like, everything you could tell was just like super duper clean, which you know, like, made me feel a lot better. And I was wearing a mask as well. We have a couple of N95 masks, so, like, you know, like the legit masks. I actually have, if you can see, I got, like, marked up by it. I don't know, on my nose you can't tell that much, but over here it kind of hurt me, like the elastic. So they ran a bunch of tests. They checked my heart. I think it's called, like, they did an EKG. They actually did 2 of them a couple of hours apart. They just wanted to, like, make sure there was nothing wrong. Because I'm pregnant, I guess there's a higher concern for blood clots. So they did an ultrasound. They did check the baby's heartbeat. I was able to hear baby girl's heartbeat again, which is just wonderful. She was being a little brat, and she was wiggling around, and it took them so long to find the heartbeat. So the whole time that I'm, like, waiting for them to find the heartbeat, I was just so worried, you know, that something had happened to baby girl. And but they found the heartbeat after a little while, and she kept moving. Like, they would find it, and before, like, they could actually get, like, the reading of, like, how fast her heartbeat was going, she would, like, wiggle away, and then they would, like, find her again. She did it, like, 3 or 4 times, where she just kept, like, basically going from one side of my stomach to the other, and I couldn't feel a thing, which I thought was so weird. Excuse me. It was a long night. It was a very long night. Poor Luis had to go to work today, and he was sitting in the car the whole time, just texting me and calling me. He was, like, poor thing. you know, they didn't let anybody go inside. Like, it was just patients only, like no visitors, nothing. So they did an ultrasound on my legs to check for blood clots. They checked like behind my knees and all the way up to like my inner thighs. They checked everything. Then they actually did an x-ray of my chest. I was really scared to do the x-ray because, you know, I'm scared that it could hurt my baby. And I called Luis and I asked him, and I talked to my mom about it. It was like 3 in the morning and my mom was on the phone with me. But they, you know, they're like, the risk is so minimal to the baby. Whereas if there's something wrong with your heart, if you have a blood clot or something, then, you know, that needs to be addressed. So they didn't find anything though, thank God. They didn't find any blood clots. The ultrasound they did, I think it was called, on my legs was fine. The x-ray on my chest was fine. EKG, blood work, everything came back perfect. They don't know what could be causing the chest pain. I don't feel it today anymore. I felt it even after we left the hospital. Like, I felt better, but I still didn't feel well. They said maybe it was just like a really, really bad anxiety attack, which is really frustrating because I felt fine yesterday. I was actually having a really good day. And like, if it is just an anxiety attack, it's so frustrating that like my own brain can trick my body into thinking that there's something really wrong. It's just so frustrating. Like, and now I feel silly, you know, like all these tests, all these things, like God only knows how much that bill is gonna be. I mean, we have insurance, and the copay for the ER is a good chunk of change, but I don't know any of those tests. I don't know if they're gonna be extra, I don't know what's gonna be covered or not. So I'm terrified to get that bill. We're already dealing with the bill from when I went to the emergency room when I had the bleeding. And actually I didn't have insurance then, so that was an interesting bill. So it's really frustrating. It's really frustrating. I feel fine today, but I felt fine yesterday. So I don't know. They thought maybe it was heartburn also, like really bad heartburn. They gave me something to drink that had, like, it made my mouth and my throat numb. It was awful. But didn't help, like it didn't make a difference. And I get heartburn fairly often. Even before I was pregnant, I've always dealt with heartburn. And I definitely knew that wasn't heartburn. So I don't know. They couldn't give me any conclusive answers or anything. It's just really frustrating. Just really, really frustrating. But I'm okay. I'm fine right now. Anyway, I've been talking for a long time already, so just pray for me, y'all, please. Pray for me, pray for baby girl. My little baby girl. I just want her to be okay, you know, that's all I want. So anyway, I am probably not gonna do much today. I'm just gonna try to take it easy. I'm about to make myself some lunch, and I'm probably just gonna sit on the couch, watch TV, relax. So I'll probably check in with y'all tomorrow. Hopefully we still get to have a good weekend, but I'll check in later. Bye, y'all. Hey y'all, and happy Sunday. I'm sorry I haven't picked up the camera at all. I expected to feel a bit better, I guess, by yesterday, which I did in the evening. I was feeling a bit better, but we were actually outside most of the evening, or pretty much the whole evening, until like 3:30 in the morning because we were waiting for Jupiter and Saturn to come up above the horizon. We were out stargazing. I don't think I've ever given y'all like a proper look at the telescope, because I know I showed y'all the box last week. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I don't know. Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks ago, because last week I think it was too cloudy. We didn't get a chance to go outside. But this is the telescope that we bought. I will link it again this time, but it's this one. See if it focuses. Star Navigator. I love this color. This color is so beautiful. I told Luis whenever we buy our next car, I want it to be that color. It's just so pretty. But anyway, don't look too much around the house. It's a mess, y'all. I literally haven't done anything. So Friday, I really didn't do anything. I checked in with y'all in the morning and then just kind of laying around the house. Same thing was yesterday. Well, yesterday actually we had to do a whole lot of paperwork, like shop work for my Etsy shop and kind of my things, and it was just a lot. So that's what all that paperwork is. So it's a mess. And then we actually brought the air mattress out here. We stopped letting Odin into our bedroom for various reasons. He tends to jump up on the bed, and he doesn't like casually like lay down. Like he will throw himself down and like lean on you. And since I'm like obviously sleeping on my side now, I used to sleep on my stomach. That was before I was pregnant, but now I can't do that. So now that I'm like sleeping on my side, he's done it a couple times where he like lays right on my stomach, and obviously like, I mean, I pushed him off, like he hasn't done it like full force, but you know, I was afraid like one day I'm gonna be asleep and then he's gonna do it. So we ended up getting this gate. I don't think I showed this either, but we ended up getting this gate. The room's a mess also, y'all. My making the bed every day stopped yesterday, but I'll continue starting tomorrow. It's like really great. Like it comes up to a little above my hip, so it's really tall. And what I like about it is that you can open it one-handed. So you just pull this back, you kind of click this part up, and then you just pull up, and it swings either way, which is really good, because we've had gates in the past that either only swing one way, or you definitely need two hands to open it. And I knew I wanted something that was easy to open, because I figured once baby's around, you know, if I'm carrying a little baby newborn, I'm not going to be able to be fussing with the gate. And we're definitely going to have to keep the gate up, because I don't know how much I'm going to be able to trust Odin. He's not a gentle dog. He's a sweetheart, and y'all know he's my baby boy, and he's such a sweet dog. But he's not gentle. He's not gentle at all. He's not gentle with us, and I can imagine he's not going to be gentle with the baby. So he's not going to be going too close to the baby, at least for a good long while. And anyway, I don't know where that was going with the gate thing, but oh, I didn't want to sleep in the bedroom because we haven't been letting him in the bedroom for those reasons, because he just jumps on the bed he's been too rough. But because I was feeling really anxious and just really down, I told Luis I want to sleep with my baby. So we pulled out the air mattress so that he could lay on the bed with us, and Luna also. And the reason we just didn't take them into the bedroom is because another part of the reason we're not letting him in the room is we read that transitioning, like if you're gonna have any changes for your pets, to transition them, like make those changes months before the baby comes, so that they don't associate the baby being the reason that, you know, like he got kicked out of the bedroom because of the baby. So it's just me trying to kind of be conscious of that. I don't want him to have like any negative thoughts or resentments towards the baby. So, you know, we're just trying. We're also gonna get a baby doll, like a baby doll that cries, for me to carry around, for him to start getting used to those sounds. Those are just things I read that, you know, help dogs cope with the upcoming changes. And y'all know he's so spoiled. Like he's just so spoiled, and he's so needy of me and of Luis. Like, I know it's gonna hit him. Like, I know it's gonna be rough for him. So, you know, we're trying to make changes as we can. But anyway, I just wanted to check in. Plan for today is I'm actually making, I'm boiling some potatoes right now. He's crying hysterically because Luis is literally outside, like right on the other side of the window. But Luis set up the pool outside. It's getting warm and he's making the brisket. He put a brisket up in our grill probably about 20 minutes ago, and it's gonna take at least 6 or 7 hours or so. And I'm working on making some potato salad. So we're having brisket and potato salad, and it's gonna be hopefully a good day. Hey y'all, so I just finished making the potato salad. Wanted to show y'all that is it. It is so yummy. The egg is over here, and I like hard boiled an extra one just because I want to eat one separately. But Luis doesn't like egg. I know. He likes sprinkles but not egg.
Really?
But I wanted to show this is all I put in it. So mayo, normal yellow mustard, salt and pepper, and then I chop up some pickles. I don't use relish. I don't like relish. Odin, get your head out of the trash. So I chop up some pickles, and then I use some pickle juice, and it just gives it such a yummy flavor. Definitely recommend trying that. And then over here on the stove I have our barbecue sauce prepared. So you can pick out like the onion if you don't like that, but there's minced garlic, onion, and I put some butter, and then kind of just let that get like to this consistency where it's like really thick. And then once the brisket comes out of the, like once it's done, it'll have all that juice on it, and we'll take some of that juice and thin out that barbecue sauce, and it'll be really good. You can use any barbecue sauce. We used to use Sweet Baby Ray's, but now we get a low carb option for me. So that is it. Everything that I wanted to get done in here is done. So the brisket still probably has what, maybe 3 hours or more?
Yeah, 3 hours, 2-3 hours.
2-3 hours. So we're gonna go get in the pool.
Oh, the wasp.
Oh, the wasp is back. There's the wasp, yeah. We're like murder horny. We're in the pool, obviously. Luis is actually in here with me. Come on here.
No, because sliding is cold.
He's still cold. I already got used to it. He's struggling.
Very struggling.
We're having a good time. The
Very struggling.
brisket is...
It just hit me somewhere else.
Really big. It smells good too. It smells like the brisket. The towel was over the brisket because it is out. And let me show y'all. Open it up. This is a 5-pound.
It's a 5-pound. Pre-trimmed.
5-pound pre-trimmed.
HEB?
Well, what was the recipe? Or just send it to me and I'll link the recipe below for like the crusty thing that he put on there. And then I'm going to take some of this juice and mix it in with the, it smells so good, with the barbecue sauce. I can't wait. I'm excited. Mother's Day feast is served. What do you think, babe?
Yeah.
He's talking to his parents. We were both sending pictures to our families. So this is the finished sauce. As you can see, it's like it's really more of a dip. So depends on what kind of, thickness I guess you prefer. You can let it boil longer and it'll thicken back up. But we prefer it more as like a dip. Y'all, we just finished eating And look at this giant piece of meat that we still have left over. I will be making different things. The good thing is I've been like looking up recipes on Pinterest, and I've been looking for things that you can do with like leftover brisket. So probably do some, probably will only eat it for like a couple more days and make a couple things, and then I'll probably, if we still have some at that point, I'll probably freeze it because we'll get like super sick of it after a while. But I'm so happy. That was so good. So good. Baby's happy. And I'm pretty sure I just felt baby girl move. I can't like feel it again. You know, I like sat here like, and I was like trying to be super still to try to feel it. But I felt like a, I don't even know, like almost like a little swiper. I don't know, but that was definitely something different. I'm pretty sure that was baby girl. Oh, I'm so happy. And definitely lifted my spirits quite a bit. Now I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna lie down for a bit and enjoy the fact that I don't have to clean up today. Is this like the worst angle ever? I'm sorry if it is. I have like the small tripod, like the small handheld one, and I just didn't want to try to find something to like prop y'all with, so you're kind of, I feel like you're looking up my nose. It is quite a bit later. It's 9:40. Luis is outside with the telescope. That's why Odin is crying if you hear him. And I just finished working on, this is a pregnancy journal that I've been doing or filling out every week. It has just like, you know, it'll say like the week, and then you fill out a little, you know, like it has like little prompts and questions and things. I don't like, honestly, like I don't know if I love, like some of the questions seem kind of weird to me, but it's been really fun. It's been really fun to have you know, something to fill out every week. And this one is called From Pea to Pumpkin, a pregnancy journal. If I can find it, I'll link it. I don't remember where I got this. Probably Amazon. And then I'm doing my meal plan for the week. This is my new meal planner. I am gonna do a whole kind of new meal planning system because ever since, you know, the world got a bit different, my meal planning has been a bit different as well. And then I'm just doing my, what's this called? My planner. I will do typically do only like 2 days at a time, if that. Sometimes, most of the time, I only really do 1 day, where I fill out like, you know, the next day and like whatever tasks I want to get done that day. But I did start my Tuesday list as well, because I need to remember, since Tuesday's my payday, we're paying off a credit card on Tuesday, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I mean, the payment left on it is like tiny. It was really just like the interest that got charged from like the last payment that we made, or like the leftover interest, I guess. But it's still gonna be really nice to finally get to pay that off. So that's like a big, a fun accomplishment. And just kind of sitting here, Luis said he was going to call me out there whenever he found what he's looking for. He's looking for, I think, a nebula or something. He said that we should be able to see it with our telescope and like with the lighting and such tonight. Because, you know, sometimes it's just really hard to see things depending on like the moon being too bright, or, you know, cloud cover, and just, I don't know, something in the atmosphere, I guess. I have no idea, y'all, but he's so into it right now, and I think it's really great that he found kind of something new to entertain himself with, and then also something that we can do together, because most of his hobbies and most of my hobbies are very like individual, you know, like he's not into like planning or crafting or journaling or things like that, and I'm not into drones or airplanes or, you know, his things. So this has been a really fun hobby that we both get to enjoy. It's just fun. But anyway, that is going to be it for this vlog. I know it was probably really weird, and this one was probably really disjointed just because of what happened. But I'm doing well. I don't want y'all to worry. I'm feeling a lot better. And I know that stress and things are not good for the baby or for me being pregnant and all of that. And I'm really trying. Like, I'm doing my best to keep myself calm. But you know, when you deal with anxiety, it's not just about staying calm. Your mind can definitely trick you into thinking the worst things. So anyway, I'm gonna keep making my lists here and plan out my day and my week while I wait for Luis, and I will check in with y'all very soon. Bye everyone, take care.